Hello, I am an old fart, and I have a guilty pleasure. I like knives. I'm not an expert or an official representative of anything or anyone in any way, blah, blah, blah. I just like knives. Today, we're going to do a sort of a revisit of a previous knife that I showed in my collection. A few weeks ago, I showed you this, the Montery Bay Knives EZC 2.0. And I liked a lot about it, except I really didn't like how hard it was to open. So today, we're going to have a look at this new offering from Montery Bay Knives. This is the EZC 1.5. We'll comment more on the strange naming system later. This is essentially the same knife as the 2.0, except for two changes. One you can clearly see here, which is the body is carbon fiber instead of titanium. And being carbon fiber, it is separate slabs, not a uniform slab. And it has switched over to being a liner lock rather than a frame lock. And I think that's the reason, I'm not sure. The detent is much less overpowering, with the result that it opens like a dream. It is absolutely beautiful to open. So this is going to be a fairly short video, because essentially everything I said about the 2.0 before in terms of size and construction and so on is the same. The likes and dislikes are going to be the same, except for the ease of opening. So I'm just going to talk about a few of the differences. Go back and look at the 2.0 video if you want to see more. I will just summarize a couple of the main highlights, because of course you're not going to go back and look at the other video. Who does that? So beautiful, simple design, typical of Ray Laconico. There's his name, which is straight lines, ellipses, symmetric, simple design, that characteristic groove down the center, and on the other side a clip that echoes that same shape. So looks like one of Ray's designs, and they're very beautiful. It's compact and light in the kind of small and mid-sized camp. M390 blade in a very attractive drop point shape. And the clip, I think I already mentioned, is milled titanium, and it is right hand carry tip up only. So that's the details. Go and see the 2.0 if you want to see more. Instead, let me get to what I like. Well, again, I like everything I liked in the 2.0, the look, the feel, the design. But the difference here is the action. Oh, that is way, way easier to open than the 2.0. I think there's two reasons for that. One is the flipper tab now has serious jimping, sort of more aggressive, deep jimping, so you can get a good grip on it. On the 2.0, the jimping was almost non-existent. And I think that because the locking mechanism is a liner lock, the detent is being held in a little less strongly. So anyway, it flips open beautifully. And boy, if the 2.0 had felt like that opening, I would have given it the highest score I can imagine. So like that a lot, and I continue to like everything else about it: the design, the shape, the size, the blade. So quickly, what don't I like about it? Well, first of all, the name. 1.5? What the hell? It's a newer knife than the 2.0. What on earth are they implying by calling it the 1.5? Am I buying a minor increment to the 1.0? No, I'm not. Is it somehow less of a knife than the 2.0? I would say it's more than the 2.0. So I just don't get the naming convention, and I think it was frankly a pretty dumb marketing move. Now, the other thing I'll mention is I love carbon fiber, and I like the carbon fiber on this, but I do prefer the traditional woven finish carbon fiber to this marbled carbon fiber that is in use here. Because, well, the marbling, first of all, doesn't look like carbon fiber, so you don't get that, oh, cool carbon fiber reaction. And the marbling, since it's trying to be smooth, it is subject to a bit of pitting. And if I look inside the milled groove, for example, or here along the edges, I can see minor pitting that is happening in the otherwise smooth surface of the carbon fiber. So I would have preferred it be the traditional woven style, but boy, with that action, I can forgive a lot. So let's run through my entirely unknown knife rating systems. We'll start with the NTGK, the non-threatening gentleman's knife rating. You may recall that with the 1.0, I rated it quite highly as a gentleman's knife, but it did poorly because in non-threatening, because it was so hard to open that it really had to be open fast and scary. And again, I didn't rate it very well as a knife nerd knife because of the hard to open. So that's going to be better here. So NTGK, non-threatening gentleman's knife. So as non-threatening, I'm going to give it an A. It continues to have that very elegant, non-aggressive look. It's a pleasant looking knife. It doesn't scare people. And unlike the 2.0, and unlike a lot of flippers, it is possible to open it with two hands. Because the open is so gentle, you can begin opening and sort of catch it, and then open it with two hands. Now that's a little awkward, and normally you would not do that, of course. But if I'm in a room with people who I think might be afraid of knives, that says switchblade, and this doesn't scare them. So the fact that it can be opened with two hands is a plus. It cannot be opened slowly one-handed, as far as I can figure out. You build up the pressure, and once the detent lets go, it flips. But the two-handed opening is a real plus for being non-threatening, so I'd give it an A there. As a gentleman's knife, A+. It's pocketable, it's simple, it's elegant, it's the perfect size. It's just a really nice gentleman's knife. So I'm going to give it an A+ overall as an NTGK. Now, how about a KN rating, the rating for my knife nerd friends? Well, it's a respected name, Montery Bay Knives. It has that cachet that comes with being a boutique manufacturer and being a little hard to get. Has a great blade, great looking blade, premium steel, M390, and a great action. Knife nerds will absolutely love fidgeting that thing open and closed. So A+ as a knife nerd rating. And finally, CMR, the cut myself rating. Well, I haven't cut myself in this knife, so it earns a nice A. And I think the reason I haven't cut myself is that it's so easy to manipulate that I've just not had to do any sort of close tolerance dangerous things. So just an easy knife to handle and fidget with. So I'm going to give it an A on CMR. And that's it for this short review. Summary, this is MBK Montery Bay Knives. EZC 1.5, stupid name, gorgeous knife. Elegant knife, simple design, symmetric, beautiful materials, carbon fiber, M390, wonderful to open. This is a great, light, everyday office carry knife. I love it. I'm really glad they fixed that issue with the opening on the 2.0. So, thanks for watching. See you again next time. Bye-bye.